Gonna have some fish for breakfast and some pasta here. That'll be our leg day breakfast. Like 35 grams of protein. I honestly don't know how much carbs there's gonna be. Some carbs, not a ton, but some. And yeah, low fiber. Because we want this to be relatively fast digested. Just a little bit over the. That's the exact. We don't need that much on it. Perfect. Perfect. Pan is nice and hot. And there's a fish. So yeah. So some fish, some pollock, by the way. Yeah, that's some noodles. So I'm gonna throw it at the end and cook down with a little bit of the juice on the fish. And yeah. Well, I can select it, but yeah. But I am gonna start finally training legs. Oh, sorry, legs, yeah. Finally training back and shoulders again, which I wasn't able or allowed to do because I had a fall. Like, oh, by now it's been like 6 weeks or something, maybe even longer. But I could have easily broken my neck or my back. Like I could have snapped my spine in half, easy. I didn't. I've got a pretty thick skull and a tough neck and stuff. But my muscles took the entire year. Of the fall was absorbed by my muscles. So I got a bunch of straight muscles. My neck especially, but also my back, like there's a rhomboids and trapezius attached to the spine. All of that got like stretched to the max and yeah, a lot of straight muscles. Nothing, no tears, fortunately, but and the spine didn't break. I don't think not even dislocations or anything, but yeah, a lot of strength muscles. But hey, I could be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, so I got lucky. Just I did one full body workout uh, like 2 weeks later, and yeah, I regret it. I've just carefully been training legs and a little bit of chest, but I'm getting back into hitting other shoulders, arms, back. Today it's just going to be legs, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do chest press or I might do some overhead press and some mm, pec deck actually. And I'm going to do reverse hypers, but the way I do them, I do use my back a decent bit, even my legs and stuff, for stabilization. So that will also put some force to my back again. And then in like 3 days or something, I'm planning to do like a proper back and maybe back. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. But today it's going to be overhead press and pec deck, and in a few days I'm going to do it chest back and biceps workout. That sounds about right. And here's now a shape this is actually tea. I made last night because I slept a lot yesterday and thought I might not be able to sleep all night. But then I did get some sleep. But the last few days before, I had some personal stuff going on because of which I barely got any sleep for a while. So, yeah. Hey there, Kelly. Hi. So because I didn't really get any sleep for a few days, I guess that is why right now I can sleep a lot. But I'm basically making up for the sleep I missed. And yeah, if one special person is watching me right now, my body can get the sleep back, so no need to worry if I do have to stay up for some stuff. Even several days later, it seems like I am able to catch up on sleep. So up to 2 or 3 days, I can stay up. And then I need at least a little bit of sleep. I can still keep going on just a couple hours. And I can't keep that going for a very long time, but if things get better, then I can also catch up on sleep. So yeah. Just saying that because if someone you care about is going through something and you're staying up for them, then they might worry, but at least in my case, it's really not that bad. Like if it's no more than a week or so, I can definitely catch up. Hey Ben, we've got some pollock, some whitefish, pollock fillets, and some pasta. The pasta here is in the same pan as the fish we made, just letting it with a little bit of liquids, stew it to get it warmed up again. The was is pre-cooked pasta. It's actually gluten-free, not that it matters for you, but my digestion doesn't really like wheat. Like my mom has proper celiac, and I got it like a little bit. I can eat some wheat, but if I eat too much, I'm gonna have pains in my stomach and be on the toilet for 3 days if I eat too much. Yeah. So I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with small quantities, but like for example, I don't need gluten-free soy sauce. I can eat regular soy sauce. I'm not that sensitive. My mom would already have huge problems if you just use regular soy sauce. But if I eat like a whole meal with regular white bread or whatever, I would get issues from that. Morning. Hi, Willow. Good to see you. How are you doing? Actually, then let me get a proper cup for mine. Okay, here's the cup. Cheers. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Anything I can do? Well, cheers to you. And what do you say to the color? I know I need to clean my cup. I think the color looks about right. What does a proper British tea drinker say to this tea? I wouldn't drink it, but it's okay. Okay. Well, you do know that people from England are internationally known as snobs, right? But yeah, well, definitely things get a bit better for you. One say it's the worst, but definitely not the best. No excuses. We don't even know how it tastes. And the lighting also makes a big difference. I don't know if it changes anything if I turn the light on. But yeah. But oh well. Actually, once I finish that tea, let me make one. Let's make another cup. To be honest, I have been drinking tea nearly my whole life. Well, yeah, obviously. I haven't, like, over here, most people will tell you as a kid not to drink tea, like black tea, just like herbal tea. I've been drinking herbal tea when I was a kid, but nobody would want you to drink caffeinated black tea as a child over here. I just still have it properly on one of the. I just have not. Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna get some milk out of the fridge because I know you will need it. Now I've tried both. Me doesn't matter when you add some milk. I don't taste the difference if I add some milk right away or when it's done brewing. But I know your Brits are snobs about that too. Everyone sees me making tea, they always get confused. So, so your way isn't even the normal way for British people. That is fun. No, I'm sorry. Yours is normal. All the other people, they're wrong. All the other people do it strange. All right. Let's make this tea. Let's do 2 bags of this English breakfast tea. It's not that strong, so we're going to do 2 bags. Hot water. Where's my milk? Dash of milk. Okay. And now I'm gonna let it stew and then take the tea bags out to drink. Yes, feels perfectly warm. Well, I have 2 different ways I make tea. I just sort of add them both together. Sort of. Okay. That's interesting. How do you add 2 ways of making tea together? That's like there's not that many steps you take when you make a tea. Like now you got me curious. Mm. I'm not fully English, so the other part of me got taught a completely different way. Yeah, that does make sense, of course. Hmm. Don't know if I've ever said that, but I think I'm also like 6.25% Russian, if I remember correctly, or like 1/16 Russian. Maybe that's why I like caviar, and I make my own, by the way. I've never had any store bought caviar that I really like, but the one I make myself. Yeah. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure about the Russian part because it's from my dad's side, and he keeps switching up which way it is. He told me like 5 times, but he also a few times told me no, that's not true. So I'm not sure. But I did remember him saying a few times that my great grandmother's father was from Russia. So I don't know. I actually also have a distant relative who became mm, like a noble in China on my father's side of the family. Like back when China was still had royalty and nobility and stuff. I spent a lot of my life jumping everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I've moved, I think, more than 10 times in my life. Oh, let me think. Berlin, Niedersachsen, Mannheim, Niedersachsen, Ludwigshafen, Mannheim, Pforzheim, Mannheim, Oldenburg. Yeah, I've moved over 10 times in my life. So, though I don't think I've spent more than 3 months in a different country so far. Actually. No, I haven't. That's kind of sad. But yeah, never had a certain place to stay until I got my dog and can't be bothered to keep moving. Yeah, like I don't really know what home is supposed to feel like. I don't know. I had it like a little bit in the village that I grew up in from when I was 2 till I was 8, I think. I lived there. Okay, that's 6 years, but also that's like honestly that village was shit and the people were shit. So it did feel like I was leaving something behind when I left it, but after I was out of there, I never wanted to go back because it was pretty shit. So yeah. And of course my parents were split up since I was 2 years old. So I would also always spend some time with my father, sometimes with my mother. I lived with my dad twice actually. I think once for like 3 years and once for 2 years, but still spending like a something like one or 2 days during the week and every other weekend with my mother. I think one day during the week and every other weekend. Yeah. Well, when I was living the first time, the second time around, that didn't make sense. The second time around because it was too the distance was it was too far away. So there I just spent every other weekend with my mom. Other than that, I lived with my dad. But yeah, yeah, I live with my pet, so I see Demon at the moment. My cat, but he's not so softly, but it's my level to even just things. And so you all know, yeah. I thought he was usually shit. Well, I guess it can be both. Nah, it's true, but I switch. Okay. I thought he was a big shit. But yeah. Right, one thing you need to do is at some point also make a proper video with Cooper. I don't think he's been on video yet. Just just a picture of you. And yeah, definitely know my horses. So what's with your oh your horse is a big shit. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Rebel's definitely bigger than any of the dogs. So I think it's probably time to take the tea bags out of here. Time for some nice tea bagging. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we do like our sexual innuendo on this channel. He's really hard to film. He doesn't stop. Maybe you could try putting Waiter on the leash and put the harness and the lead on Waiter, and then have because then probably he'll have to stick around because he won't want to leave the cat alone. Okay. What if I say leave it in a bit longer? Nah, could be nicer. My cat, he doesn't go on a leash. I don't put him. Okay, then I'll leave it in. But I'm gonna take a taste. That is already decently strong. I mean, I have two tea bags in here, not just one. To be fair, he doesn't like it, and he doesn't go far. He's either with Trooper. Yeah, that's a two stick to each other. That is why I thought it might work. But yeah. Well, it's one of the stronger teas I had in a while. But usually I make it in this thermos here, not just a cup, so that makes sense. I was joking, that should be fine. All right. I might actually add a touch more milk. Okay. By the way, I kind of lied, I think, when I said I put some sugar in. If anything, I put a little bit of honey. But it's all fine with us. I think the color books are. Yeah, now it's perfect. Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh, wow. I put it on top of an egg carton so it doesn't cool down as much from being on a cold surface. Now you have ruined a perfectly good tea. With what? I only, I, there's no honey or sugar or anything in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a grid workout now. Maybe I can do an a la carte or 4 hour workout. And of course, you also gotta eat some pussy for your some vitamins for breakfast. Did you see how dramatic she was being? Don't eat me alive! Oh! Love you too, baby. One second, gotta put something on the chopping table. Yeah. Oh, what's going on right now? Oh, and then you just my headphones were full after that thing. Yeah. Okay. And I gotta charge them because they're dead now. Oops. Anyway. The chat frozen? No, it's not. Okay. Cheers. Anyway, what time is it? Okay. I gotta get going, I think. Yeah, I gotta take a shower, so. YouTube policy, I don't think I can take this live stream with me in the shower. And it might be a little too personal for a public live stream. Who knows who's watching? But yeah, I'll be back soon. And yes, I'm a weirdo who will take his tea with him in the shower. Anyway, see you guys soon. Dundee out. Ciao.